Anywho, this is Game Within a Game. We are back. Um, I'm starting to get the feeling that this broadcast is like one of them illegal broadcasts that's done in a fucking bunker during Armageddon, and you get it, and you get it when you get it. There's no set date. There's no set day or date when you get it. Are you just starting to get it when you get it? Because I mean, the information does need to get to you, but with all the outlying circumstances that may occur in life's trepidations from time to time, uh, you might not get a broadcast from here and there. But when you do get a broadcast, you know that it is utterly important and that you need to listen to every word spoken in the broadcast. Like I said, this is an illegal broadcast done from a bunker. No one knows where it's at. They can't find us, so we get to say whatever the fuck we want to say, how we want to say it. Uh, we don't care about your feelings or how you might feel about the delivery or how it's being said or the words being used. It's you just getting it raw, man.
Man, yeah, we already know how I feel about people sitting there talking about how shit gets said or words or, oh, I'm offended, or you could say it nicer. Fuck you.
Such is life.
Fuck you. Such is life, 1000%. But you know what you said that I like? I like broadcast. I like this being called a broadcast rather than a podcast. I don't know why. It just hits my ears well. And like that's I like that. This is what we doing here. We broadcasting. Fuck a podcast.
Yeah.
We not y'all.
Yeah,
this is a game within a game broadcast.
We tried to do that. You know what? With people, such interesting people like such ourselves as the Yoda and the Oracle, it's hard to pin us down on a set day and a set time and a lot of these other podcasters that's their job. They have jobs and their job is to sit there and goof around for an hour or so. Or lie or whatever.
Recap television shows.
Whatever the case may be. We fucking do recaps and fucking replays.
React to songs. How do you feel about the new Drake?
Fucking album reviews and shit like that. I mean, I ain't knocking nobody reviewing no album, but I mean, for a whole hour.
So this is my position. This is where I know nobody asked me, but I don't even give a fuck. This is where I sit on this, right? There are some people who sit there and review songs or review whatever albums, whatever the case may be, or they talk about what other people are doing. And I feel like these things become an issue when it's the only thing that you talk about. Like for a lot of people, if you strip away what somebody else is doing, they no longer have any content. They are no longer relevant. They no longer have anything to say. Like we have whole episodes where we just sit here and talk about absolutely nothing going on in the world, period, whatsoever.
Right.
Because we don't need the outside people. We don't need other people to do things for us to be able to do things. And most people's platforms are built off of other people, whether that's gossip, whether that's news, whether that's entertainment, whatever the case may be. All of it is some form of commentating on the lives and goings-ons of somebody else, whether positively or negatively. But either way, you strip away other people, and a lot of these people will disappear. Because what do you have to say now? This isn't a knock to the NBA commentators specifically, but you take away the NBA, and who wants to hear the NBA commentators? That's what a lot of these people are.
Do you would you credit that to a lack of critical thinking? Because I kind of would. If you need preordained thoughts or thoughts that are already been thought of already, and you then talk about those thoughts that has been talked about already, and you can't critically think and come up with your own ideas and ideologies about whatever, about
anything.
whatever, anything.
There are some people who don't know whether or not they like Clips' album until they listen to what fucking Kai Cenat, or however you say his name, said about Clips' album.
Crazy.
There are some people who don't know how they feel about the Drake song until they listen to somebody else talk about the new Drake. I don't know if Drake has a new song or not, but you get the point. There are some people who don't know how they feel about these things until they hear other people talk about these things. And it is exactly a lack of critical thinking. It is a lack of being willing to come up with your own conclusions and stand on the motherfuckers. This is the world that we live in today. Nobody wants to think, and nobody has any fucking balls.
I'm gonna expound on that a bit, because that's interesting, an interesting point. Because I feel like even the free thinkers, or those who had an inkling of thought to think freely, even if they tried, the fear of being destroyed publicly, or even being harassed by two Twitter guys. I, I think just that alone will keep them from saying what they want to say. And um, like, if everyone loves, and I'm not saying it's me, or I'm just throwing this out there. If everyone loves the Clips album or whatever album, and you don't, a lot of people would be fearful, right? You
To
have
say it.
to say it, right, and be like, I don't know about that. And then there's these guys in disguise who will say it just to be the opposite of the norm and just say, "Oh, well, I hate
Just to
that."
stir the pot.
You
Yeah.
got just your pot stirrers, right? So it's hard.
That's some people's whole entire brand, is just to be
Right,
contrarian, just to go against whatever everyone says.
right. Yeah, it's hard to differentiate these different type of people when they just throw these things out there and think the way they think. And it all falls on under one thing. You all are not free thinkers. Even just because you are thinking contrarian, you're not a free thinker. You're just thinking the opposite, just to stir the proverbial pot. That doesn't make you a free thinker or you're thinking for
Well,
yourself.
it doesn't make you a free thinker because you need everyone else to establish their thoughts so that you could know what you disagree with.
Hmm.
Her whole entire stance is based off of everyone says left, so I say right, but they can't say right until everyone else says left.
Right. It's almost like, yeah, it's freedom of speech, but do we really have freedom of speech? Um, Especially when you have these free thoughts and you want to think them, but the if you think these things out loud, you're scared of the repercussions. It's almost like we're doing the work for the powers that be. Hate to use that term, but it is what it is. It almost feels like we're doing their work and they could just sit back and watch, you know.
Well, that's what they've done though, right? That's this little thing that they've orchestrated because of they don't need to censor anybody because people now censor
Right.
people. If we get on here, if I was to sit here right now and I say faggot, a bunch of people are going to flip out about it. Oh no, you said a word. Oh no. If I said nigger, well maybe not that one specifically, but if I said something along those lines, everyone's going to have a problem with it. They're going to attack me and tell me that I shouldn't be saying these things. And most people will fold under that pressure and apologize for it. Oh, I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry I said this many years ago. I was a different person. I've grown, whatever the case may be. So people, they self-police their own language right now, and they don't even offer up their thoughts about things because of the fear that they might face this type of backlash.
Yeah, I find that interesting, man. I really do, because it's like even the people that they might champion you for saying these things, um, but they still need you as a vessel to say it because they can't or won't, or they can, but they're just scared. So, um, what do we think about even those people that need us to say certain things because I'm glad you said that. Like, no, why did you say it?
I hear that a lot where people will tell me I'll say something. People are like, man, I'm glad you said that because I've been thinking it for years. Okay, well, why haven't you said it? is the thing. Why are you afraid to say it? You could sit there. I understand that maybe I can articulate it better than you can, and that's perfectly fine, but you can still get your sentiment out there. You can still say these things. But people, well, again, they're afraid of the backlash, and they want somebody else to show them that it's okay to speak up. So we come on here, we say something, and people will be like, man, I'm glad you said that. So then they can now go and say it as well, but have a fallback for whatever they face backlash. These guys think it too, which is interesting because that's what I think that people have with their studies or their degrees, and that's why they like it. So they can say something and say, well, this study said it. So they don't have to actually stand on it. They can outsource it, and the blame is no longer on them if they get backlash. Or, well, this person has a PhD and they said this thing, and that's why I'm saying it. So because they're afraid to stand up there for their own beliefs and say, this is what I think.
Absolutely. And that makes me think too, like, I don't know if you've been following, well, I haven't been following this per se, but I've seen a couple of things where, hate to use names, but it is what it is. We're just going to use the situation as a teaching point, or
That's what we do.
that's what we do, right? So I guess, Young Thug, a whole bunch of tapes have been mysteriously leaked. These things don't mysteriously happen, by the way. Anywho,
nothing is leaked.
Yeah, nothing is. There's no such thing.
Like this is a psyop word. Nobody's leaking anything. No. They were released when they were meant to be.
Absolutely, right? So yeah, but it makes me think about the whole, being scared to say what you want and be what you want and react the way you want. A lot of people calling Young Thug or Jeffrey, I think is his real name. I'll call him Jeffrey just for the sake of someone jumping in on this show late. They don't know who we're talking about, so we'll just say Jeffrey. That's his real name. But anyway, Jeffrey has been called a rat online, I see. Ooh, we're calling names, Jay. How fucking grown are we? Right? Everybody's calling him a fucking rat, right? And he feels the need to jump out, and I've seen a couple of tweets where he's trying to defend himself from being called this name. I'm like, dog, who gives a fuck what they call you, man? Like, why are you and that's what we were just talking about. People feeling the need to or feeling the need not to speak, either speak or not to speak. They calling me a rat. I got to say something. I can't have people feel this way about me for whatever reason. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not vindicating anything he's done or validating anything he's done. I'm just saying the situation, the way it played out in my eyes. I just see a whole bunch of people calling someone a name, like in the schoolyard, and the guy defending himself. Hey man, I'm not that. I'm not a rat. You can't call me that. Look, I did so and so didn't happen to him like that. So you can't call me a rat. Like, what the fuck? What do we do? What is this, Jay? It's just a bunch of name calling. And I'll when you give your spill, I got a little spill about the whole snitching thing and how I feel about that.
All right, I'm gonna split my thing in half then, because this is my thing, and part of this will tie into the snitching thing. But this whole thing, people called him a rat. I want to preface this to say I don't give a single shit if Young Thug told. I don't give a fuck what he did or did not do. Nope. I don't care what his case is. Nope. I don't care what he did to get out of it. I don't give a fuck. Nope. I don't care. So that's his life. I'm not making I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not making any claims in any direction. I don't fucking care. I could not care less.
Oh.
Now, here's the whole thing with him. People said, oh, you're a rat, you're a snitch, whatever the case may be. He feels he needs to defend it. And this is part of why I feel like he wound up in this situation in the first place, because it is part of this dumb ass street code that you can't allow random fucking people to disrespect you, which inadvertently gives everybody all kinds of power over you, because now you feel that you have to react or respond a certain way because somebody said a word that's off limits about you or some shit, and you have to protect your reputation against a bunch of motherfuckers who don't give a shit about you to begin with. Like, why are you sitting here stressing yourself out about the opinions of random people on the internet whose sole purpose is to say a thing that's going to upset you? They don't give a fuck if you are a rat or a snitch either.
No.
All of the people sitting here talking about this shit, calling people's names, have never sat in an interrogation.
Right.
Not only have they never sat in an interrogation, they've never even been in a position where they could find themselves being arrested by something to sit into an interrogation. Is people sitting here making commentary about shit that they have absolutely no fucking idea about. All of these internet people and these Twitter commenters have never spent a day outside. They just hear about the shit. They hear the songs. They watch the documentaries. Maybe they watched some Smack DVDs back in the day, and now they got their little buzzwords in their names. It's no different than the people who want to sit there online and call fucking Vince Staples a crab or whatever because they want to get a rise out of him. But you don't see him going out there and riding up to their house talking about, you know who I am and where the fuck I'm from. Like, come on. Like, you have to let this shit go at a certain point. And I'm going to pause it here because, once again, we're going to go into the other half in a second, but this is, as a whole, why I feel like he wound himself up in this situation to begin with, because of this stupid fucking street code.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder too. I'm not so closely informed on the Nipsey situation, but just going off, what had happened and him and the dude Eric Holder kind of being called a snitch and him reacting in a way, if that's the way it happened, that's just, you see that in real time, like, what the fuck? You get labeled this thing, and now you have to do something drastic.
Now you have to go do something. And now what? And now look, now he's fucking in jail.
Yeah. Not just, and he's in, he's not in the best situation. That, jail's not the best situation for anything, but especially what, his situation.
The dude who killed Nick, no, you were not in a good place in jail.
Nah.
Period.
But I want to give my thoughts on snitching and really what it is, and what I believe it is, because I just feel the whole shit is stupid, right? Especially as an older man, I look at the whole rat thing as childish name calling. It's like, whatever, man. First of all, if you get yourself in trouble, right, and you bring someone else that's not involved into your trouble, someone minding their fucking business, and you bring them in your troubles to get out of your troubles, you're something way worse than a rat. I wouldn't even put that on a rat name, right? That has a lot to do with like accountability and dignity, and
that's your character.
That's your character.
That's who it is. Yeah, that's foul ass character right there. That's an entirely different thing.
That's not, fuck the snitch shit, fuck the rat shit. It's far deeper than that, right? You're pretty low, man. You're pretty low to do a crime, to get yourself in trouble, and then to name someone else that has nothing to do with your crime to get out of your situation. That's fucking crazy to me. So I wouldn't even call you a rat. I'm not into name calling. You're barely even a man, really. And that has nothing to do with the judicial system and working and snitching. That has nothing to do with no fucking street code either. That's just, man. Like, if you're a man, you just
that's just regular morality.
Right. You deal with your shit. You got in trouble, deal with your shit. Right. That's with anything, not just crime. Like, you got yourself into it, you get yourself out of it. So fuck all the rat and shit. And at this age, Jay, you put me in the wrong situation, motherfucker. I'm saying names. Fuck is wrong with you? Like, for instance, Jay, this always baffled me, Jay. Let's get into it. This shit always baffled me. Motherfucker, right? Let's say, right, you, Jason Lamar, right now, as you are right now, businessman, Yoda, fucking levitating in fucking caves. You come out of your fucking cave to chill with one of your friends. You get in his car, and this man has uh, a half of brick of cocaine in his car. Unbeknownst to you, though, you don't know shit. You don't know anything, and y'all get in trouble. And that man, right? That nigga don't say nothing. He don't stand up for his shit. Like, yo, that's my shit. That's mine's. Like, he ain't got nothing to do with this. He ain't even know. If he don't do that,
that's not your friend.
First of all, and then secondly,
period.
So I'm supposed to do 25 years for this? Wait, what? wait, hold on. What? And let me dive a little deeper. When I was younger, I'd be like, of course I'd be like, nah, that's snitch. Hey, hell no, man. You go down, nobody say nothing. No. First of all, if I got somebody in my car that doesn't know what's going on, and we get locked up for some shit that I'm the cause of, I'm gonna be like, yo, officer, that man right there ain't got nothing to do with this. That's me. You let him go right now. Like, he had nothing to do with it. Let him go. Right now, if you ain't man enough to do that, how you gonna put it back? Like, that's like almost like a psychology thing, where you're the rat because you didn't stand up for your shit. And if I say something to save my life, some shit I had nothing to do with. So if I say something about you, like, yo, that was, if I even say, yo, that wasn't even mine, officer. Oh, you a rat. Don't say nothing.
Snitching.
Man, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm dry and wet snitching, nigga. And I will beat you the fuck up. Are you crazy, Jay? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's and you're dead. Let me ask you, Yoda, is that a snitch? If I get in your car and I don't know, I'm getting in as a civilian at this point. I'm a civilian. I got a family. I work. I'm doing my thing, man. I'm minding my business. You my boy. I think you my boy. I get in your car. You got some shit with you. We get locked up. You don't say a word. It could be the police could put it on me. I got a record. They could be like, yo, nah, we know it was you. Don't say nothing. Nah, fuck that. So I'm a snitch, Jay, if I say, nah, that wasn't mine, dog. Fuck all that. Fuck that. That wasn't mine. I'm a snitch.
Back in the day,
yeah,
once upon a time, I would have said yes, absolutely. Right.
Well, for sure.
But that was me.
For sure.
With no common sense and no accountability, riding around doing stupid shit with stupid people wanting to be one of them motherfuckers. Sure. Now that I have some degree of morals and ability to think, no, in no way in life is that snitching. Fuck absolute nonsense. Now, I'm going to go with this topic and then the Young Thug thing. But here's the thing. We talk about the culture a lot, the culture. And 90% of the culture is a bunch of self-destructive shit. And this whole idea with this no snitching nonsense is also part of it. Because exactly like you said, if we both get arrested and I got a fucking brick in the trunk of the car and you don't know that shit, if I actually gave a shit about you, I'm going to say this is my cocaine. He has nothing to do with this cocaine. He didn't even know this cocaine was here. He was minding his business. I say, yo, let's go get burgers. And he got in the car with me. Right. So you wouldn't even be in the position to snitch, period, if I actually gave a shit about you. But if I didn't give a shit about you, then I wouldn't say anything. I would sit there and be quiet and we'd both go to jail for the shit. So what I'm then saying is I clearly don't give a fuck about you, but you need to give a fuck about me enough to go do jail for this cocaine that I have here in my car, which is absolutely insane. But once again, all of this shit is based off of self-destruction. It is what is the worst possible thing that I can do for myself in any given situation. And a lot of the time it is just sit there and keep the fuck quiet. Now, granted, if you're in a car, if it's me and you in the car and we're both selling drugs,
that's different.
For me to get arrested and say, oh, that's his, then yes, that's
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
snitching.
For sure.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
1000%.
Yeah.
But the idea that you should go down for somebody else's shit just because is absolute fucking asininity. And not only this, people have co-opted this word again. Once again, people who have never spent a day outside and have no idea what it means, and have taken it to the extreme of, to any degree of doing anything other than being belligerent to the police is somehow snitching now. Back in the day, T.I. did a fucking commercial or an ad or something talking about, if you see this missing girl, this girl has gone missing and got kidnapped, call the police. And people are like, he's encouraging snitching. Like, what is wrong with you? Somebody kidnapped what is wrong with you? Like, this is stupid. And once again, this is self-destructive. This is why nobody can get anywhere, because everyone wants to go against their own best interests in the name of standing up for some shit that has nothing to fucking do with them, or that will not benefit them in any singular sort of fucking way. Especially nowadays, because 2025, why the fuck are you committing crimes?
I swear to God, man. I was like, yo, dog, you don't want to get snitched on? Don't fucking do crime, man.
Why? This is not New York that Wu-Tang Clan was talking about. This is not LA in 2005. This is not Chicago in 2007. There is a way. Doesn't matter what you're doing. People make money recording themselves cutting grass. You could do anything and get paid for it. Why are you committing crimes? Why are you still running around on street shit? Why are you still running around gangbanging and shit? Like, what is wrong with you? This is stupid.
It's stupid, man.
You are a fucking idiot. If this is what you are doing, spending your time, or this is how you are spending your time, you are a fucking idiot. There is way, way too many other options. Like, back in the day, it was still an excuse back in the day.
Yeah.
But back in the day, at least you had a much more justifiable excuse. If I don't see any other way,
yeah,
I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah.
That made more sense. It was a lie back then, too.
It was a lie, but
it was a much more justifiable lie.
Yeah.
Now, you are a fucking idiot, and you just want to do shit because you want to be a part of the culture.
Yep.
Which is toxic and self-destructive as fuck.
Hey, Jay, and I know you want to kind of dive a little bit deeper into the Young Thug thing or the Jeffrey thing, but what is good in this culture? Like, what is not self-destructive in this culture? It's hard to determine. I'm trying to think what is deemed, what would me and you deems progressive in this culture, in this state of this culture?
So the problem again with the culture is it takes good things and it bastardizes them. Like the whole not snitching shit is a fucked up variation of brotherhood.
Yeah.
You've taken a good thing, and you fucked it. Yeah. Just like the self-reliance and being willing to figure out a way to get it, get it out the mud and whatnot.
Yeah,
You've taken that and you fucked it and you bastardized it into selling drugs and scamming people and pimping, I guess.
Good point.
Like it takes quality shit and fucks it up. All of it. Every single bit of it. Like, because the thing is, all of the traits that would make you a successful drug dealer would make you a great businessman. You could be a great real estate agent. You could be a great house flipper. I mean, that's real estate too, but you could be a great insurance salesman. You could be a great stock trader. You can start a business with all of the skills that it takes.
It takes balls
to sell drugs.
It takes balls to sell drugs too. It also
takes balls to start a business. Exactly.
Right. So,
and not only that, I would argue that
it takes more balls to sell drugs, dog.
This is what I was going to say. I would argue that this is the biggest risk that you can do, because you have to do all the shit of a normal business, plus try not to go to jail and try not to get killed. Yep. So if you've been doing that, go do something else. Go do something better. With the ingenuity and the creativeness that it takes to figure out how to scam people into stealing their credit cards or whatever the fuck it is that you people are doing now, you could go create an app.
Yep.
You can do something productive with all of this. You could do something better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
With all of these things.
Absolutely.
And it's still, once again, you go to the snitching thing. These are good traits to embody.
Yeah,
you just fucked them up.
I started off saying, accountability and virtue and morality. Like, yo, dog,
Yes,
I can't weasel my way out of this. It's my trouble. You feel me? It's that
I did this.
right. It don't got nothing. That's why I said that word snitch and rat. That shit just like you said, it kind of tainted what the real meaning of that was. Being a man. You know, you get yourself into it, get yourself out. Now I mean when
Yeah,
I
stand on your shit.
stand on your shit. When I say get yourself out, not by dragging
Not by
someone else.
throwing other people under the bus.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And but again, that is very different. But this is again the problem with the culture as a whole.
Yeah, man. Interesting,
And
man.
I think a big symptom of said problem comes with, once again, I don't give a fuck if Young Thug told. I don't give a fuck what he did. I don't care.
Me
I
neither,
don't care
man.
if he told. I don't care if he's guilty. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a single solitary shit.
Me neither,
There's no
man.
disrespect to Young Thug. I just don't fucking care. Now, but a big symptom of the toxicity of the culture is the reaction to Young Thug. Because everyone's sitting here having the debate, did Young Thug snitch? Did Young Thug not snitch? The real question is, why the fuck is multimillionaire ass Young Thug in the position where he's even given the option to snitch to begin with?
Yeah.
Why are you this rich for this long and you're still running around with these fucking idiots trying to be down, trying to do your little slime gang shit? Fuck is wrong with you? Why did
That's the real
everyone wants to
question.
make it out? You made it out. Why did you refuse to fucking leave?
He's not.
That's the problem.
He
That's
was.
the question.
He wasn't the first one, too. Damn.
No, but this is the thing. Why are all of you people doing this shit?
Mhm.
Why are it goes back to the same thing again with Gunna back a year or two ago.
Mhm.
I don't give a fuck what Gunna did. I don't give a fuck what Gunna
I
did.
don't
not
even know
do.
what he did, but something like that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a shit. But they were talking about him snitching too. Now,
Yeah.
this is once again a problem with the toxicity of the culture, because Gunna was clearly not on the same shit as Young Thug. I'm not making any overall indications about his character, but they were not on the same type of shit. If he did snitch, that he got himself around people that he had absolutely no business being with and understood this is going to be detrimental to my future, and I'm not trying to get wrapped up for some shit that they have done.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Jay, to me, again, it's just my definition. My to the point definition, on in layman's terms definition, would be like, did you put someone in jail with your words? Did someone end up in jail because you said something about them? Did you put someone in jail?
In
And
jail in your place.
in your place, in the place of you, right? Did you get out and put someone else in? That would, are you putting someone? Are you putting someone in to keep yourself out? Right. So I don't know. I mean, there's so many nuances now with the, well, you're not supposed to say this, and I get it, man. I get it. You're not supposed to talk to police and all this other bullshit. Guess what, man? When 99% of you, and there goes that number again, 99% of you motherfuckers, you get in some type of shit. Well, if you get in some type of shit with me, you're going to be calling the cops. So all that I don't talk to the cop shit. It's always when your shit hits the fan. It's always when the shit hits the fan, motherfucker dialing 911. So stop on the bullshit.
This is the dumb shit here. Once again, this is not. You should never call the. You can't do everything.
Yeah, right.
Fucking nobody in the world is or can question the credentials of the baby. He shot somebody in front of his house and called the police.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are scenarios where you need to call the fucking police.
Hey, yo, come get this dude. I just popped him.
This is people who have no experience doing any of this shit, talking about what they would do in these situations. Absolutely not. If all of these people sitting here talking about, if you were in an interrogation and you were sitting there, we are going to give you 10 years unless you tell us it was him, are going to say it was him and add extra people on probably to get negative time. Like,
you know what?
Shut the fuck up.
That just made me think, Jay. An interesting thought, right? With virtue and holding yourself accountable and morality and all these things that we talk about, discipline and structure. It makes me think, if you don't practice these things, how do you expect to pull them out when you need
Mm.
to pull them out. So I thought the other day, my birthday coming up, I'm getting a little older. And I thought the other day, when was the last time I jumped as high as I could jump? Or what was the last time I
Mm.
ran as fast as I could run, or punched as hard as I could? Things like that. I started to
Yeah.
think, and most people just think that they can snap their fingers, and when it's time to jump and run, and they could just do these things, like you've been doing it your whole fucking life. Like I haven't jumped as high as I can jump in years. So what makes me think when it's time to jump as high as I want to jump, I'm going to be able to do so? So even when you don't practice virtue, you don't practice being a man, you don't practice accountability. Now most of y'all now you sitting in front of a fucking uh 25 to life, and now you're gonna pull out these things you don't practice them, but
Now that it's really difficult,
now when it's really time to jump as high as you can jump, you finna jump like Michael Jordan.
now you got the 36-edge vertical.
Fuck out of here, man.
Motherfucker ain't jumped since they were 18.
Fuck out of here, man. Like, how about you practice? How about you practice these things on your day to day life, in your day to day life? Why don't you practice these virtues? Why don't you practice them?
This is the importance of doing difficult shit every single day so that you are prepared to do difficult shit when you
Exactly.
need to. I'm not
Exactly.
saying you regularly need to run through every single possible thing that could ever happen or occur, but you should be used to doing difficult things, because at some point in life, a difficult thing is going to pop up. And if all you know is easy, then you are going to freeze the fuck up. I know that everyone has this, or every man has this fantasy that at some point in time that a situation is going to arise where they need to
Yeah.
defend themselves or their
Yeah.
homes or their fucking
Yeah.
girlfriend or their kids or whatever, and they're going to do so with fucking John Wick karate moves or some sort of
Karate.
crazy Matrix fucking gun karate, whatever the fuck, and have never a day in their life practice any of these skills. That just think all of a sudden they're going to be Bruce Lee out of nowhere. And this is not how it works. Again, I'm not saying you need to spend every single day fighting and shooting at shit just in case you get the opportunity to fight and shoot at shit. But when you do difficult things every single day, you at the very least condition yourself to be able to act in times of adversity when things are not going your way. Because quite honestly, at the end of the day, you could be the greatest fighter in the world, but if you've never been exposed to any degree of combat, you're not going to know how to conduct yourself in that combat scenario. You could train for 10 years, but it's very, very different when someone is throwing a punch at you. Yeah. It's like the people who sit there and talk about all of the time, why I go to the shooting range every single day. That's fine, but nobody has ever discharged a firearm in your direction. That is a very, very different feeling, and you don't know how you're going to be able to conduct yourself when that happens if you have never been in that or a very similar scenario. I know mad people who took all types of fighting classes and got their ass beat on the street because they froze in the moment. They froze because they're not used to dealing with anything like this. They're not used to dealing with their adrenaline being raised. They're not used to dealing with their heartbeat racing and all of that whatnot, which again, this is why you need to do difficult things. Again, I'm not saying go out and fight people on the street. I'm not saying go out and get yourself shot at. I'm just saying that most people's lives are nothing but comfort. From they wake up when they want to, they don't work out unless they feel like it. They go to job and barely do anything. They eat what it is that they want. They never do anything to push themselves outside of their comfort zone. So when you do wind up outside of your comfort zone, you are going to be in for a very, very rude awakening.
Oh, this is why boxers spar, Jay. When them fucking.
There is a difference between hitting a bag and trying to hit when someone's trying to hit you.
Back. It's
very different.
Yeah, it's different. Getting punched in your nose, in your ribs, and like, okay, yeah, this is
even that's different than a fight in the street.
Even that's different, right? But at least you have some type of
at least you got some sort of familiarity with it.
And the fighting is just one aspect. This you could implement this
You can put to
ideology.
say whatever it is that you want to. Your bills are late and you're going to get evicted.
Yeah, yeah,
Now what?
yeah.
Most people, again, have never felt that degree of stress. You
Right,
just sit there and freeze up and cry and hope that
right.
something saves you. No, you need to understand, calm down, figure out what to do, and go
Do
do it.
it. Right.
Period.
Yep. And it's crazy how we just brought that lesson full circle, because that goes back to you sitting inside of an interrogation room and you fantasizing that you be fucking
You're going to be
sitting.
down. You're going to be solid,
Yeah,
gang, gang.
yeah. You be sitting there, like the movies saying "fuck the cop." Yeah, I mean it's great because like you said, we fantasize about all these things. I've fantasized about someone breaking in my house and a million times, and what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna hide, how I'm gonna fucking jump out, and
Got these vantage points. I'm
yeah,
going to
yeah,
swing this
yeah,
shotgun
yeah,
around the
all of that,
corner.
all of that. But when the shit hits the fan, I mean, it's a fight or flight type of situation, man. You could always think I mean, the mind, you're always gonna think that you know who you are in those situations, but you don't know who you are in those situations until you are in at least some form of that situation.
You cannot be able to deal with pressure if you have never been pressurized. And in any situation, the person who is best able to keep their composure will be the one who comes out on top. Because again, if I've never been in a fight a day in my life and some super trained dude comes up to me and we get in a fight and he's freaking the fuck out because this is the first time he's ever been punched in it, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
He's way more skilled than me, but I'm calmer.
Now he has to use everything he's learned. It's kind of like when you've studied for a test, study, then the test comes and you forget everything. It's because you're nervous.
You get that test anxiety.
Yeah, you get the test, and then
because it's different when you actually get there.
You're absolutely.
And still, the person who's best able to sit there and think, maybe you studied more than me, but if you can't think straight on these questions, I'm gonna do better than you. And I can at least common sense my way through it.
And the way you work on those attributes is doing hard shit, man. You do hard shit, man. I remember
daily.
Yeah, daily though. Daily, weekly, daily, hourly, whatever. I remember when I first walked into prison, and oh man, I was scared shitless. I'm like, I mean, of course, on the outward, you would never know, but me knowing certain things, I know that probably more than half of the people or men that was in there were scared shitless. However they acted, that doesn't matter. I know how to read a room or whatever, and actor's gonna act, and no blame to no one trying to act out their nervousness or whatever the case may be. But I say that to say I didn't know if I would be able to do it. Like, oh, wait. I don't. This is a couple years now. What? I don't think I could do this. How am I going to be able to do this? But then you get to a point where you're like, okay, here it is. Who are you? That's it. So even when you're sitting in front of an interrogation or the cops, it comes to a point where who are you? Now, let's rewind to where you're in the car, you got drugs, your homeboy's in the car, he doesn't even know, y'all get locked up. Who are you? Are you gonna be like, yo, that's my shit? Who are you? Yo, I mean, you scared? I mean, of course you're scared shitless, but then who are you? Who are you? Yo, that's my shit, dog. That's my. Or are you? Yo, don't say nothing, yo. Yo, don't say nothing. Yo, they ain't gonna do nothing to us. We good. Just keep your mouth shut. Are you that? That's because that's weasel movements, right?
That's a bitch.
Yeah, right. So you figure out who you are real quick when the pressure comes raining down.
See, again, a lot of people think this sounds dumb, but this is why I harp so much on going to the gym, because you find out who it is that you are every single time that you are supposed to step foot in that motherfucker. Because I don't care how much you like working out. 5 out of 7 days, you don't feel like it.
Facts.
Don't care. I
Facts.
do not. You could be fucking greatest bodybuilder in the world.
Don't matter.
You don't feel like it most of the time.
Yeah.
You go through the entirety of your workout. You got 5, 6 exercises, whatever the case may be. You find out who you are every single set, because at any single time you can stop.
Yeah.
You can just be done. It's not prison. You don't have to be there.
Yeah.
You could pick up the dumbbell, go like this one time, and figure out, nope, not today, put it down and go. And that's where you find out who it is that you are. Are you the bitch who's going to do that, the easier thing, or are you the man that you claim to be? Are you going to do what the fuck it is that you were supposed to do because you said you were going to motherfucking do that shit, and that's who it is that you are? For most people, the answer is put the dumbbell down and go home. Despite what it is that they would like to say. They sit there and they talk all of this shit. Like, it's the same exact people who sitting there talking about, I wouldn't have snitched, I wouldn't have said anything. You can't get your ass up in the morning and go to the gym. You can't even not eat a cheeseburger when it pops into your head. You can't even go past the drive-thru.
Don't
the fuck
practice.
Are you talking about?
You don't practice.
Exactly. You don't practice anything. You're not trained to do shit but what's comfortable for you. And what's comfortable for you in these situations that you're sitting here running around condemning Young Thug and Gunna and whoever the fuck else for is going to be telling. So you could take your ass home and lie in your bed and play your little fucking video games and go tweet about other people on the internet, because you have never done anything difficult in your life. And if you think that you are somebody who can't bring yourself to do 25 push-ups when you don't want to, you think that you're somebody who's going to go to jail for 25 years?
No.
The fuck are you talking about?
No, you're not.
You are not. You're going to sing.
Yeah, like.
So this is all of this. Again, I'm not sitting here talking about, I'm not on no streets. All this is dumb.
I told I'm saying your name.
I'm not putting myself in any sort of position where I'm going to be snitching to begin with. And again, back to the beginning. That's the real question with Young Thug. Why are you doing this stupid shit? You have millions of dollars.
Yeah, and then you actually make it out, right? You're home. You was in there for 18, whatever, how long you was in there. And then you're home.
He was in there for some years.
Yeah, so who gives, like, you think I give a fuck what y'all saying to me now? This is
what I'm sitting here saying. Like, you got to, at some point in time, you have to consider yourself. Like, you have to look at where it is that you are. You should have been in prison, and you're not now.
I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say.
I'm not in jail.
I don't give a fuck
what you have to say about me.
I don't give a fuck.
This is the thing where people will sit there and ask me, like, you're not worried about people. It doesn't bother you when people talk about it. I used to sleep outside.
Yeah,
like, I don't give a fuck.
And this is like, this is me talking as me, not as him, right?
No, yeah, this is me.
Yeah, and as me,
I don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't. First of all, I wouldn't put someone else in my troubles to get myself out of trouble. I'm not saying that's what he did. I don't know what he did. Like you said, we don't. This is a. I don't know what he did. All the tapes.
We're not talking about the event. We're talking about the lessons to be learned from this as a whole. Nobody gives a shit what Young Thug did or did not do.
I don't know what he did. I don't know if he told. I just heard him talking to the police and saying a whole bunch of names.
I didn't even hear that. I heard people calling him snitch. I said, I don't give a fuck about none of this. I'm not even going to bother to listen to these fucking tapes. I don't give a shit.
He was just saying shit. And I'm like, I didn't understand who he was talking. I was like, all right, I don't know what this is about. Did he? I don't know. But that's not the point. The point is, listen, you're home, right? You are home. You got a second chance. Whatever you did to get that second chance, that's your business. Only you have to live with that. The people calling you these names don't have to live with your whatever you did. They don't have to live with it. You do. So if you're able to live with it, fuck it, man.
And see, once again, this goes back to the original point. This is why he got himself in the position to begin with, this stupid ass street code. You can't let people disrespect you in that way. You're not supposed to leave your homies behind just because you made it. Oh, you don't come back to the hood no more. No shit. You're a fucking idiot if you are still there around these motherfuckers. Once again, love Nipsey Hussle, but him insisting on being in his hood is why he is no longer here. Yeah. This is not disrespects to him at all.
Nah, there's a love at all. I loved Nipsey. He was dope.
Nothing but love for Nipsey as a rapper and as a man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know him personally.
1,000%. Great human being.
Like a good dude.
Has inspired the shit out of me throughout my life.
Yep.
No disrespect to him. But him insisting on still being in his hood is why he's not here. Same thing for Young Dolph.
Same thing for Dolph.
He was doing big shit. He was investing. He was doing all kinds of stuff.
I like Dolph too. I liked him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him.
He refused to leave. Yeah. And this is, again, Young Thug. He didn't die, but that's why he wound up in jail, refusing to leave certain people behind.
Absolutely.
Because if those people gave a shit about him, they would understand what we're doing is not what you should be doing. And if you're going to be around us, we need to not do this stuff. And if we're going to keep doing this stuff, then you don't need to be around us. But they won't say that, and he couldn't say that because of street code. That's the problem with the fucking culture.
That's the problem with the culture.
It is fucking toxic, and I hate the word toxic, but this is what it is that keeps people where it is that they are.
Toxic and culture. I hate those words, but just the gym stuff is interesting because it just made me think of something, uh, and I like to personalize this shit because I know a lot of people could relate, and I'll ask you this, Jay, because I know you work out and have been working out for some time now. Have you ever been, and this you really do find out about yourself in many ways when you work out. You might not broadcast it, but it's there. Um, you ever been in the gym by yourself, right? Or been some lifting, whether it be push-ups, pull, whatever, just heavy lifting when there's no one there to help. Let's just take bench press, for instance. You've been under that bench press. You got a nice weight on there. You're like, okay, I gotta, that weight. I don't know. Everybody weights fluctuates. I have a weight for myself where I'm like, all right, you might be looking around the gym like I might need a spot, like spot. But
somebody run over and
right,
grab
right.
this.
Before you get under there. So we all have that weight. That weight for me is probably right at now. That probably weight. I'll just throw it. Probably like it. If I got anywhere between 225 to 275 on a bar, I'm in my head a little bit like yeah. I gotta right. So I know we've been to the point where you get 3, 4, 5 reps in, and you think there's a 6 in there or there's a 7, and you get down and you're like, it's there, but I ain't gonna do it. I don't. It's there. I believe. I almost. It's kind of like Neo in the Matrix when he didn't believe and he jumped off the roof and he landed because he didn't fully believe.
Yeah, it's like I can do this, but then you question it at the last moment.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, there's no. So you don't even get that last rep in, and then you put the bar back, and the guilt. I don't know about everybody else, but the guilt instantly pours over you like and no one sees it. The guilt just hits you like, dog, you're a pussy, dog. You had another one and you didn't even want to attend. Look, there's nobody here to see you fail, right? There's no one like, I don't know if you've been in the gym by yourself dolo, but when there's no one there to see you fail, you still don't want to fail. I just thought about that because, recently I invested in my own gym, and I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, but I found that to be a dope flex because I could have bought anything. I could have bought something.
Nah. I saw you posted that shit, and I was like, is this hyperbole or did this motherfucker actually buy a gym? Because that's fire.
I got my own gym for now.
Now that's fire.
Yeah, I don't say for
now.
now.
Hold on. We gotta for the gym.
Got my own gym. Somebody was unloading it, and I got a little decent price or whatever. Whatever. But so I've been working out by myself, and these are the things that I've been challenged with. Like, okay, are you gonna get that extra last one? And then you don't, and then it's like, you're a pussy, but I say that to say, because you was talking about the gym set, I just say that to say you just don't know. You don't know until you attempt. You just don't know.
Nah, that's absolutely a fact. And again, we'll keep the gym shit going with you find out who it is that you are. So I have had for the past 10 years, probably a gym in my garage. Well, when I only had a 1-car garage, my entire garage was a gym. Now I got
Mine
a
too.
big ass
Yeah,
garage,
yeah,
so
yeah.
part of it's a gym. But I remember one time, my least favorite exercises is curls. I fucking hate curls. I know people love curls. I fucking hate them.
I don't like them.
Every bit of them. Every rep
I
of
used to
curls.
love them. I don't like them anymore.
So I hate that shit.
Yeah.
So one night, I was working out, long ass day. It was like 8, 9 o'clock. And I get to the last thing that I got to do for the day is curls. And I sit there, I look at the bar, and I'm like, I'm not doing these curls. I'm in my garage. I'm going to walk the fuck back inside and just sit down because who's going to know? It's
Who's
just
gonna
me. So I
know?
go inside, I sit down, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, you are a bitch for not doing these fucking curls. And I'm sitting there trying to talk myself out of going back into the garage and finishing the curls. And then I get it. 20 minutes later, I'm right back out in the garage. I got to do these fucking curls, man. I'm going to feel like a bitch.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No one would know,
No one would
but
know.
I would know. I would know that I just didn't do it because I didn't feel like doing it. And that's some bitch shit.
Yeah.
And I cannot live with that.
I only brought that up because of that simple fact that only you know. So even if you rat, you snitch, you tell, you do, you got to live with that. You have to live with that. No one else got to live with it. When you look in the mirror, that's what you got to deal with, right? I didn't get that last rep. It fucks with me. I don't do what I'm supposed to do throughout the day. It fucks with me, right? But only I have to deal with it. You know, anybody else could on the outside could talk shit. Hey man, you ain't do this. You ain't. But only at the end of the day, I have to deal with it, right? So, who you are as a person, that's going to reflect on. It could reflect on many people, but at the end of the day, it will reflect on yourself when you reflect yourself in the mirror and you're like, what the fuck?
You got to live with that shit, period.
Period, man. That's no, go ahead, Jay.
I hate the concept of life hacks, right? Because people want fucking cheat codes, but I do have 2. I'm talking about one right now. One of my big, like, people ask, well, what's your guiding principle, whatever the fuck, all of this deep shit. I keep things very simple. And one of these things is I never do anything that I wouldn't want somebody else to find out about. That keeps me from doing dumb shit. That keeps me from slacking off. That keeps me from making excuses. That keeps me from getting myself in trouble. That keeps me from doing shit that I regret. I think you're a movie person. You've seen the Truman Show.
Yep.
So I think about if my whole entire life was the Truman Show and somebody was watching everything that I'm doing at all points in time, would I be happy with them seeing that?
Damn.
And if the answer is no, I don't do it. I don't want people to see me sleep in. I don't want people to see me skip workouts. I don't want people to see me sitting here slacking off when I could be doing work. I don't want people to see me DMing random bitches on Instagram. I don't want people to see me doing any of these things. So I don't do it.
I don't want to see nobody seeing me with a 500-pound woman in my bed.
Exactly. I don't do it. I don't want people to see me doing drugs. I don't want people to see me smoking cigarettes or sitting in the drive-through line. So I don't do these things.
That makes that's the Truman Show. What a flick, man. What a flick, man. The Truman Show. What a fucking movie. I'm glad you brought that. I might watch that tonight because that movie. No, that movie was ill, man. It was ill. It was crazy. You know what's crazy about that movie? Because I be analyzing. That's why I just can't watch them. It's hard for me to watch movies because I'm always analyzing. I'm like, it's so closely based on reality, The Truman Show. If you think about, I don't know how, when was the last time you watched it, but
been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me, but I remember there's a couple of scenes that stick with me because I analyze shit. When he was starting to figure shit out, when he was like, yo, motherfuckers is acting weird. Like when he was starting to figure it out, right? He was starting to not even figure it out, just question shit. Remember, he just questioned like, yo, what? And somehow I forgot what had happened. And the dude, I think the character, the dude that playing the character, what was it? Edward Norton. I forgot the dude's real name.
Ed Norton?
No, Edward. He's a real good actor. I forgot his name. The dude that was controlling the whole Truman Show, the director or whatever, dude behind the scenes. And he instructs his best friend to go over to his house with some beers to distract him. I don't know if you remember that scene where he was about to figure something out. And
then he got hit with the distraction.
Yeah, like and the director comes, oh, Truman's gonna find out, and he sends his best friend, who he thinks is his best friend. He's just acting like his best friend for as long as he can remember. This is his best friend, right?
Them distractions, man.
He goes over there with the beer, six beer. Truman, don't worry about that. Let's drink. Let's have a 6-pack. Forget about it. Truman like, no, wait, hold.
Drink your cares away.
Yeah, no. Let's have this. You know how we usually do, Truman. Let's have this 6-pack. And I was like, damn, how many motherfuckers? How many? Yo, I'm about to go to the gym. Nah, man. Yo, you ever thought? Nah, man, I fuck that. Yo, I'm about to go look.
Nah, we gotta go to the club tonight. Nah, we about to hit up some bitches.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Like, who's sending these niggas? Who's sending these motherfuckers out?
Man, you see this shit too again.
It's crazy.
Again, we sit there and talk about what we was talking about before, not to dive too deeply into it, but what happened to the Epstein files? Who knows? ICE.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, right. It's like, it's crazy if you think about it.
Well, what about Diddy?
Yeah. Distractions.
Yeah.
Distraction.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where you don't even know the thing that you're being distracted from. You don't even know if that's a distraction.
You don't know what's the distraction
right.
and what's the thing you're being distracted from anymore, because it's just so much, which again is why you focus on you.
Yeah.
Go to the gym,
yeah.
Get some money, get around some better people, do the things you are supposed to be doing, and stop idolizing dumb fucks.
Think about it, Jay. Think about it. How many things in this actual world actually matter? Right? Right? Think about it. Like, okay, you have a family, you have friends, you work out, your health. So how many things actually matter? And of those things,
health and relationships, that's it.
Right?
That's it.
Anything else can be categorized as what?
A distraction,
right? So once you simplify your life and say, listen, man, I only give a fuck about this shit here. Everything else becomes a distraction. So if we want to get into life hacks, that'll be one of my life, because I compartmentalize like the best of them, and I separate and cut ties like the best of them. You are a distraction to me if you no longer matter in the constructs of what I'm doing in my life, because only 5 to 6 things matter in my life. That's how I break it down. And if you're not one of them, you're a distraction, or you don't help, or you don't prop up one of these.
If you're not adding on to these things. If you're not
adding on to the 6 things or the 5, 6, 7, your thing might be 10 things, whatever, cool. It's not a million things though. It's not 100 things. It shouldn't be.
If you think, well, here's the reason I picked health and relationships is because you could branch everything off of those two things.
I agree with that.
Like money is a branch of relationships and health. Money is a branch of both of these things. Success is a branch of both of these things.
I got where you were going. I got where you were going.
So people, but this is the thing though. People are so wrapped up in all these other things. There be 400-pound bitches sitting online talking about, do you see what's going on in Gaza? Do you see what's going on in your kitchen?
Doesn't matter.
What are you talking about? It does not affect you.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's good, not saying that it's bad. What I'm saying is focus on what the fuck it is that you can control. You're sitting here running around about all of these little fucking topics that you only care about for as long as they're in the news, but you're neglecting you. What about the fact that you can't buy clothes for your kids? Why the fuck do you care about what's happening in Israel more than that?
It's crazy.
Why are you worried about these other motherfuckers being deported when you can barely feed your own family? When you don't know where your bills are coming from? Why are you sitting here stressed about all of this other shit? How long are you going to sit there online talking about the president and the other president and that's not helping you make more money? When are you going to understand this and stop focusing on that and start focusing on you so you can improve your own life?
Yeah, you can't do shit about it anyway. Like, you think I want people to be dying in Gaza or wherever? No.
No, that's depressing and sad.
Yeah, I cannot
But
do anything
the
about
thing
it.
is, like, regardless of how I feel about it, I can't do anything about
Can't do
this.
shit about it. I can only control what I can control, and what I can control are these 4 to 5 things that I care about in my life.
Like, the thing is, there are so many things that I could sit there and be distracted by if I let everything that made me feel away take my attention from me. You ever see them fucking them sad ass animal commercials? I feel terrible for them little fucking dogs and shit, but like I can't go save them all.
Right.
Like,
right.
It's fucking. I see you see them starving kids, and that's depressing too. Yep. But I can't feed all the children in fucking Africa. I'm sorry.
No, just what it
I'm
is.
sorry, I cannot.
And until and listen. If I don't fix myself, I probably wouldn't.
I can't do anything.
I probably would never be in the position to do it.
What did fucking this is what I'm saying here. I can't feed all of the children in Africa, but I can throw some homeless dude $100.
Facts.
Like what Jay-Z said, I can't help the poor if I'm one of them. But y'all sitting there running around being poor folk, worried about other poor folk, talk about these people can't afford to eat. Neither can you. You'll do something about that. You can't feed the world no matter what you do.
That was a bar. I had said that bar too. The best thing I could do for poor people is not be one of them. That's the best thing I could do for you.
1,000%. Period. No matter what it is, these people want to sit here and say that's selfish. No, it's not. You're just a fucking idiot.
No, it's not.
You are the selfish one who wants to sit there and be all self-aggrandizing and self-righteous because you care about all of these other people. If you truly cared about it, you would go do something about it.
And that's that, man. Go be a freedom fighter or a fucking philanthropist, or go quit your job and live off the land and go fucking make wells and for clean water.
There are people who actually do that.
Yeah, there are.
Why don't you go be a doctor without borders?
Yeah.
Why don't you go to Haiti and rebuild hospitals? Why don't you go to Africa and help dig wells with fucking Akon? Right. Like, you could go do this, but you won't because you don't really care.
Let me fix this lighting. Right, I'm gonna do this in real time. Oh no, hell no!
That shit crazy.
Okay. No, we doing this in real time, man. This is a broadcast. Whether you like it or not, this is what happened. I just seen it. I was getting a little dark. I think that's a little better. All right. Anywho, Jay. We back at
it. Go do something about it.
Yeah, man. These people make me sick, man. Like I'm at the point where, Jay, everyone seems weird to me. Everyone seems like a character in a video game or a movie. Everyone, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe this is the Truman Show, and I'm just looking at people and they're actors. That's how I'm starting to feel. Like I don't know if you've seen this, but I seen Patrick David, I think, was on that show where it's like speed debates and shit. We sit there and
it's where you got the 20 weirdos debate somebody.
Yeah. Candace had did it, and I seen Patrick David, and he was debating capitalism and shit. And I couldn't believe that these were real people. No, Jay. These people couldn't be real. One dude went up there. I can't get a job because of capitalism, right? And I'm paraphrasing, of course, and to keep it short and summarize what's going on. And Patrick said, "Okay, where do you live? I live here. How about if I give you a job? Offer you a job based in Miami. Paying this. Dude was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And he was like, "Well, yeah. So you'll be willing to fly out, and decent paying job. What if I offer you a job right now?" "Yeah, but what do I have to do?" And he said, "You see that right there?
That's the fucking problem.
You see that right there? He said, "Well, now the offer's off the tape. Now the offer's on. Come on, now, like, oh well, I just want to know what do I what if I don't agree with this and
Who
no, you
cares?
just said, look, the dude said he hasn't worked in I think he broke it down into days, like 400 and something day, over 400 days or whatever the case may be. He ain't working a long ass fucking time. Or I think he applied to over 400 jobs and capitalism is holding him back. And Patrick Bet Davis said, you know what? I'm going to give you a job. You fly out. I'll pay for you. Are you willing to fly out to Miami? Boom. What's the job? What I'll be doing? Don't worry about what you'll be doing. Are you willing to take the job? Yeah, but I need to know what offer off the table. Done. You lost. You're a loser, man. I can't even believe there's people that exist like him. Nah, that
Man,
shit pissed me off, Jay.
See, this is the thing, and I see this is a common thing that people talk about, where they sit there and they talk about having all of these standards and all of this shit for their employers and whatnot, when it's like, you've been poor for years. What are you talking about? At some point, you just have to sit there and shut the fuck up and understand that you are the problem and nobody wants to give you a job because you suck. And people, like with the dude, I want to know what it is. Well, you haven't worked for fucking forever. Obviously, I'm not going to have you murdering people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure. But that's an extreme circumstance, which obviously is not happening. You know who I am. I'm a reputable guy. I'm offering you a job.
He's a
At least
billionaire.
take it and then come find out, and then you could quit if it's something that you're
Absolutely.
morally opposed to for whatever fucking reason.
How about
But you're
try?
sitting there looking for all of this shit up front. That's exactly because people don't want to sit. It's not, am I going to be morally against it? It's how hard am I going to have to try? And that's what the fucking problem is. Because the fact of the matter is, all of these people sitting here running around talking about you can't get any jobs. Anyone, literally anyone who doesn't have weird crime convictions can go out and get an insurance license or a real estate license. And any insurance company or real estate company will fucking hire you. They have almost no standards other than you must have a license. Sure, fucking Sotheby's won't hire you. But beyond that, if you have a license, any of these motherfuckers will give you a job and then you go sell insurance. But that's hard. But that's a lot of work. But it also will make you a lot of money if you fucking try hard, but nobody wants to fucking try hard.
Nobody wants.
Period.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's not capitalism. Capitalism didn't make you lazy. As a matter of fact, the only reason that there are jobs for you to look for is because of capitalism. It'd be these motherfuckers sitting here running around talk capitalism is evil. Well, get rid of your fucking iPhone. Stop drinking Starbucks. Go live in a fucking hut somewhere. What are you talking about? This is the reason that your life is what it is. You are able to complain about the evils of capitalism because of capitalism. Dipshit.
Yo, you want to?
It's the same exact thing. I am not a patriot. I don't believe in patriotism. I think that is a whole brainwashing thing for fucking stupid people. But the people who sit there whining about America are only able to whine about America because they live in America. Go to fucking China and complain about China. Go to Russia and complain about Russia.
Yeah. So,
they're gonna kill you.
Exactly. There was and if you wanna piss yourself off, go watch it, right? But no, oh man. But there was one I'll bring up one more contestant, if that's what you want to call them. She is a weird woman. Could have been a dyke. I don't know. I mean, we got to say some outlandish on the show, but yeah, I think she might have been a dyke.
Some dyke bitch.
But she, I have mental illness, right? She's mentally ill. She's sitting here on a debate show debating, and she's mentally ill, right? So I can't get a job because I'm mentally ill. And capitalism is preventing me from getting help for my mental illness. So Patrick Bet is like, okay, who diagnosed you? Well, she said myself and my doctor team.
My doctor team.
Verbatim, that's what she said. Myself, this is who diagnosed myself and my doctor team. That's who diagnosed. She said, okay. Well, how about this? If capitalism is holding you back and you can't get the help that you need, how about I pay for the help you need? He was like, you don't mind getting help from a capitalist? Oh no, well, okay. He was like, fine. Find a doctor, whatever the bills is, we'll take care of the bills. Don't worry about it. Okay, but here's one stipulation, or one thing I ask of you. Would you mind seeing a psychiatrist along with this help? How dare you? No, 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 no. Offer off the table. I, I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I always wondered, Jay. I always wondered. This is from my brain specifically. I don't know if you ever thought about this. If you know you're crazy or schizophrenic or depressed and suicidal, if you know, right? If you know that you're a fucking nutbag, are you a nutbag if you know? Is it possible? Like people who are crazy, there's places for them. There's places for people who are fucking nuts because and I would question that those people don't even fucking know they nuts. Who the fuck know? How you gonna know you're nuts?
If you knew you were insane,
Then you're
you
not
could not
insane.
be insane anymore. If you knew that you were insane, then you would know that the things that you're doing are insane, and then you could just do different things.
That's it. Oh, I'm schizophrenic. Well, don't be, motherfucker.
That's the fucking thing with
The
people with all
fuck?
of this shit. Stop doing that?
Don't
Like I see people go with the job thing. I've seen people talk about how they should have special accommodations for their job because they have time blindness due to their ADD. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you? How are you going to sit here and argue there is a disorder preventing me from looking at a clock and then reading what's on that clock? Like, what, you retarded? This is absolute insanity. There is zero reason you can't be somewhere on time because you have ADD. Set your alarm for 8:30, then leave your house at 8:30. Problem solved. There is no disorder that prevents you from doing that except for being stupid, and then no one should hire you because you're stupid.
No one ever holds on to that title though. They'll say they're crazy. They know this. I'm schizophrenic. They'll never say, "Yo, I'm stupid." No one ever. No one.
Because them knowing it,
Right.
or them knowing it would
Right.
prevent them from
He's
being it.
stupid. Right. Yeah. No one ever says that.
This is their perfect example right there. Stupid people don't identify as stupid. Schizophrenic people don't identify as schizophrenic.
No, they can't.
Insane people don't identify as insane.
I'm crazy.
That's why they're
dog.
insane. I'm not my fucking mind. I see shit. It's not really there.
That's why I play.
Like,
yo, people.
shut up.
People be good. They be like, yo, I ain't gonna say no names and shit, but there's a certain rapper, and see the media. Sometimes they'll be out and about doing something stupid and crazy, and people be like, he's crazy. That motherfucker crazy. Like, I'd be like, man, that motherfucker ain't crazy, man. You know where they put crazy, crazy people? You feel me? Like, I've been some places where I seen some crazy motherfucker. I'm like, that dude is not crazy. Now, if
That dude's nuts.
you know when you
Some
find
people-
out when you put them around crazy people and they become sane.
The thing is, people call anything that does not go along with the popular consensus to be crazy.
Yep.
Like they've destroyed all of these words, and none of them mean anything anymore, because exactly like you said, they see certain people doing their thing and like, that's a crazy, but
being recorded and edited to, and then the tape being released and now he's crazy. And now you got an album coming out. That's another story. Oh, it was a rollout. Like, yo, dog, motherfucker ain't crazy, man. Yo, crazy people don't get recorded and the tapes leaked, and there's some nuts in a ward right now that you will never see, never be popular, that are stir-fried
truly out of their minds. There are crazy people wandering around the streets and nobody knows who it is that they are, and they're off doing crazy things, saying crazy things, fucking dancing on the corner, and
you think they know,
all
Jay?
kinds of shit.
You think
They
know
live in their
crazy?
own little world.
You think
they have no
know?
idea what's going on. They have no idea that they're crazy. They think the rest of the world is crazy.
I'll bet you one thing. These words have never come out of their mouth. I'm crazy. No, someone else diagnosed them with that. Those words never came out. Why would they even think that? They don't know.
That's again with the woman with I'm all of these things is people want to have mental disorders nowadays because they want to have excuses to not do anything.
That's
Or they
wrong.
think they do until they actually wind up with these things. But all of this, I have all of this. I have 15 different. No, you don't. You don't have any of that shit. You just have no accountability and you don't want to fucking try. You're lazy.
And that's that.
And this is what it is.
Here go my brain again, Jay. I don't want to, because this could spin out of control. So
Let's do it. I'm here for it. We're
um,
rocking.
it's totally not even with the subject matter. I just
Don't even give a fuck.
yeah,
We
you know, I
rolling.
just be throwing shit against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yes.
And I thought of this, and I'm like, I heard someone say this, and it pissed me off. Yeah, stupid. Yo, people are stupid, Jay.
Facts as fuck.
I don't know. You've heard this phrase before. Oh, me and my daughter or son, whatever case may. Let's just use your daughter, a mother. Let's just use a mother and daughter. Me and my daughter are best friends. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. Okay? You're being manipulated. Your kid does not think you're her friend. She's manipulating you so she won't be in trouble. You can't tell your friend shut the fuck up and sit down. That's why she's your fucking friend. Okay? If your kid is your best friend, you're an idiot. I just want to get that off my chest. I just want to get that off my chest. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Your kid cannot be your best friend because at some point you're going to tell your best friend some shit they don't want to hear. Yo, do your homework or get slapped. Or you know, man, I don't say this. I'm just saying,
you can't use a car with this weekend. You ain't going out with that motherfucker.
Right. Those are words you don't use for your best friend. If your child is your best friend, you're a fucking idiot.
And a weirdo. Also. That's weird.
And you're being manipulated. Kids are the
facts. And you're stupid. There you go.
Yeah, you're an idiot because
you're weird and stupid.
Oh yeah, and you're letting your kids spin you in circles. Oh, you're so cool, mom. Like she's like laughing about you.
Can you believe the shit my mom let me do because she thinks we're best friends?
By the way, mom, can I stay out till like 1 o'clock? Sure. Oh, you're so fucking cool, mom. Oh my God, mom, what did you do with your hair? You're so fucking cool. Yo, dog, are you fucking yo?
You know what the crazy part is? The people who sit there and say this shit like you were a kid once.
Right.
Dumbass.
You don't know.
You were also that
you don't know.
This be the wild shit when people be sitting there falling for the shit that their kids say. It's like you were 15
you were
before,
15,
dumbass. What are you talking
like,
about?
Were you not using these tactics?
Like, were these not your lies? Like,
yo, I mean, man, you see it on you see it online all the time. And oh my kid is my best friend. You need to get your life together. All right, you need to get your life together. My children we're not friends. No, we're not friends. Because I have to be able to make difficult decisions on your behalf.
But see, this is why people want to do that, though. This is why they want their kid to be their best friend, because then they don't have to be disciplinarians because they themselves have no discipline. They don't want to say the hard shit. They don't want to sit there and push anything on them. They want to sit there and just have little conversations about it and not say, hey, you fuck up. You're not doing that. This is dumbass shit to be doing. Go to your fucking room. Stop being a jackass. They don't want to say that because that's unpleasant. Then they're going to have a difficult conversation. Then their kid's going to be sad. And they're going to have to take away their participation trophy or whatever other dumb shit it is that their kids get these days. And if your kid's your best friend, you can't say, no, Bob, you're not a girl, you fucking retard.
See that? Nailed it. Right? That's my point. That's my point. You're an idiot. And now
all of this shit.
Now your daughter got a fucking penis and shit.
This be the shit. There's a video of this dude sitting there with his son on his lap who's like 8 years old, and they do a little twirl around and they both wear makeup and looking all fruity and shit. Like you're failing. You're not being a good parent. Tell your kid, hey, you're a boy.
Yeah,
the fuck.
That's worse than being not a bad parent. That's kind of worse. I don't know what. I don't know.
I don't know, but it's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird, man. I don't like shit.
It's weird as fuck.
Yeah, that's weird. And that's all stemming from trying to be friends or nice
with your fucking kid,
with your child. Even if you're you know, like, all right, if you got a son, see a man, you got a son, he's 25. I mean, yeah, you're not friends, but you do things together. It's different.
But that should be more like a mentorship type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Not like we go out and holler at girls or whatever other
Nah,
dumb shit you're trying to do right now. Fuck
nah.
no, that's weird.
That's
That's
weird.
that's what you would do with your friends though.
Right, right. So
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
different.
This is not your friend. This is your son. This is your mentee. This is whatever the fuck.
Yes, and you
You're
still,
still supposed to be fucking sensei.
yeah,
Like
yes. Yeah. You absolutely. So I don't want to hear that. Yo, me and my son is the no. You and your son are not best friends or buddies because, like you said, mentorship is something different. You're guiding or you're helping or trying to help to guide this person's life in the right direction, and you have to still,
that's your job. You're
yeah,
supposed to be Mr. Miyagi. Like
and you have to say
this is
difficult
your
things.
yeah. And sometimes they're not gonna like it.
They're not gonna like it. So
And
what?
because nobody
Friendship
wants
over?
to be friends with people who don't disagree. Yeah, exactly. Where we go? We get in a fight because I said a thing you don't like. Shut the fuck up.
Like now what? You ain't my fucking son no more because we was friends.
Exactly. What are you sitting here talking about?
Nah,
Well, I'm mad at you. Shut up.
I
Who
hate.
gives a fuck?
Yeah, I had to get that off my chest. I see that, and I just find that idiotic.
Well, that's the thing today too. You know, they got all their little like gentle parenting and shit. You know what? Here's the thing.
No such thing.
I know.
Yeah,
When I was a kid, I got my ass beat, and that stopped me from doing worse shit than I was doing already.
me too.
Not that it kept me out of trouble because I did a bunch of dumb shit and got in trouble anyway. But I would have gotten more trouble had I not gotten my ass beat.
Yeah, you knew the at least you knew the consequences.
Yeah, but nowadays we got to have a talk. Like at some point in time, if I only ever got talked to, I never would have given a shit.
Absolutely, you got to have some.
Care.
You got to have some type of reverence for the results, right? If I do this, I might get my ass whipped. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'm gonna do it. It might even make me do the shit better than I would have done it.
Now I got to make sure.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So,
but
yeah,
you know how like how much disrespect you're going to get if your only consequence is a talking to.
Talk about it. I'm trying to tell you. It's just like what we're talking about with the whole snitching and judicial. Like, come on, though. If the consequences don't add up, people gonna come out here. They're gonna do whatever. Like, if the consequences,
do whatever the fuck it is that they want. Like this is the thing when people sit there and they whine about all like the death penalty or some shit. Like there are some people who only don't kill people because they might get the death penalty.
Facts.
Like
facts.
This is the world.
This is the world.
This is the world that we live in.
And deal with it, man. But like I said before, for them parents out there, if your child is your best friend, you're a fucking idiot. I just wanted to say that one.
Yeah, weirdo.
I just wanted to say that one more time before I move on. All right, Jay, I had another fucking thought. Here I go. I don't know, because people just say things, right? And
all the time
they say things, and I hate people who use words and say things, and there's no meaning behind it. It's just words.
That's everybody. Yep.
That's most people. That's why I don't talk to many people.
Facts.
But I just find it interesting the way people perceive things. Someone might say, "I'd never dive in the ocean." Okay, I would never do that. That's like that's almost suicidal. Okay. And then they turn around and drink like a gallon of Hennessy and let somebody pour Hennessy down their throat. Like, you know how you seen the lit bitches or whatever the fuck you want to call them. That motherfucker pouring shots down their throat. So you would never do this thing, and then you'll do this thing, but not this thing. You do that thing, but not this thing. The lines are so blurred. Sometimes it confuses me, Jay. I'm like, so you won't do this to jeopardize your life, but you will. This is okay. You could jeopardize your life in this form, but not this form.
See,
how do people choose?
This is because one feels good immediately, but this is the thing though. I had this observation a little while ago, right? Like you tell somebody, that they should go start a business or something, and they will say that's risky. And then those same people will go to the club at night and drink alcohol from strangers and then black out in the back of an Uber of somebody they never
That's
met.
not
Like, you
risky?
realize you can wake up as a skin suit in a basement, right? Like,
That's what I'm saying, Jay.
this is the risk that you're okay with, but you don't want to risk losing a little bit of money. It'd be the same motherfuckers who sit there and are scared to invest in something, but have no problem cheating on their wife or whatever. Like, you're risking your whole entire family, but you don't want to risk a
Facts.
couple of dollars. There's people who don't want to sit there and speak on camera because they're afraid of being judged for some shit, but will gamble all of their money on random meme coins. Like, people are risk averse when it comes to bettering themselves. But when it's to do some ignorant shit, when it's to go to that random girl's house that you met online at 1 a.m. in that area that you probably shouldn't be in, that's fine. You're okay with that risk. You're okay with rolling those dice. But it's dangerous to work out, right? Because you might get hurt. That's a problem.
Crazy, dog. Preacher right
They're opposed to the risks that will better their life. They don't want to risk anything to make themselves better. But to make themselves feel good briefly, sure. They have no problem spending their rent money on Jordans.
There you have it. And then we can spin that right back to how we started this with Jeffrey and his own, and the risks. Was it worth it, man? Is it worth it? One risk, and I'll answer that. Of course, it's not worth it, but I don't know.
See, but again, this is the culture thing, right? It's just all of this stupid shit that's glorified. Like, he's keeping it real and all of that whatnot. And you see what happened to him. Look what happened to fucking Sue Surf and shit for doing what it is that y'all think is fucking cool. He was sitting there going up, elevating in life, and then what? He's in jail on this shit because he couldn't stop fucking around with dumb people. And people idolize the complete wrong motherfuckers. And, and for some reason, they act like these are the only people from the hood.
Right.
Which is absolutely ridiculous to me because fucking Michael B. Jordan is from the hood.
Fact.
Why don't y'all want to be like him?
And that's the point where I was going with the whole, people just saying words that don't mean anything. He took a risk, but look at his reward, right? There was he didn't, Young Thug and all these, Sue Surf. He took a risk. It was either the risk that he took to land him where he's at. He could have took another risk. How about dropping everything? Your gang members, your alleged
leaving
gang,
the homies behind.
That's a risk, and pouring into your profession or your skill. That's a risk, right? So you're willing to take one risk, but not the other, and that's the whole point where I said, sometimes these words, they just don't mean anything to me. Your action's going to basically ultimately tell me everything I need to know. So I don't know, Jay, but I just want to I want to leave the broadcast with that thought of please be risk averse. Watch the risks you take and let them be fulfilling. If you're going to take a risk, and it shouldn't even be a risk. To the negative side of a risk shouldn't lead you down 25 to life in a prison cell or a grave or anything of that matter. Your risk should lead you down another path. Whether the worst thing that can happen, maybe you take a loss, a monetary loss that you can come back from, and you can learn from. You go to the gym, there's a risk, maybe a physical risk, get a little nicked up or whatever the case may be. But
calluses,
a little calluses, here, risk in it. But make sure your risks, you reap the full rewards and benefits of your risks, and that's it, Jay. That's what I'm gonna leave with, man. I know I didn't name.
Man.
I didn't name.
Oh yeah.
I didn't name this. I didn't name the podcast. Wow. You know what I'm gonna name this? A TrueMan's show. You like what I did there, boy?
That's fire.
You like what I did there, boy?
Yeah, that's fire.
Come on, man. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna write it though. I'm gonna write it as one word, so it's gonna
Yeah,
have the
yeah,
T capital and the M
yeah,
capital.
yes. True man's show.
Uh,
Come on, man.
fire.
Come on, man. Come on. I don't know, man. This is just what we do. The Oracle and Yoda. This is what we do, man.
We need that shit. Hold up.
Come on, man. A true
Fire right there. On the topic of risks, please understand that some people risk their life to stay the same.
man.
And that's insanity.
That might be the ultimate.
So if you're risking something, make sure it is actually going to improve your life
That's a fact.
in a positive way.
That's a fact. Man, what a show, man. I love what we do here, Jay. The fact that, I don't know, the people don't understand the battles and the trials and the tribulations we have to fight through to produce this broadcast. I think that makes
People
it work.
only care about the finished product.
And I love our finished product, man. It's therapeutic for me, cathartic, whatever you want to call it. It is for me. Hope whoever listens and whoever tunes into this bunker broadcast done from ancient caves where you don't even know where the fuck they at, somewhere in the fucking Himalayas. We are risking our lives.
Tibetan monasteries.
We're risking our lives to bring you these messages, man. I hope you guys appreciate it. It is the game within the game, man.
Stop looking up to stupid motherfuckers.
And your kid ain't your motherfucking friend. God damn it.
Bitch.